Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be continuing David's story. Sorry did not do a video on Monday, but been having some things going on this week, so may do another video later this week. If not, this will be the only one, but we'll be getting back to it next week. So to continue David's story, it's going to be called Just Rewards, based on 2 Samuel chapter 1 verse 1 through chapter 2 of verse 7. These will be our first 2 pages. If you remembered, David just collided with the ball a little bit, but the ball, the ball died, and then David got a new wife, and then Saul ended up, his jealousy was still there, and he was still trying to kill David, and he ended up even contacting Samuel in the afterlife, and then Saul eventually died by falling on his own sword because he didn't want to be captured. So now, let's go ahead and continue the story. The books of 2 Samuel and 1 Chronicles record the same period of history, the reign of David, Israel's greatest king. 2 Samuel is the original history as written down by the prophets, while 1 Chronicles fills in the gaps from the perspective of the priest. Still in exile, David always thinks about Saul and Jonathan. He wonders how their battle with the Philistines turned out. A thief who had looted the battlefield tries to win David's favor. "Who are you, and what brings you here?" "I come from the battle between the Philistines and Israel. I have great news. Your old enemy King Saul is dead, and so is his prince Jonathan." So he was good friends with Jonathan, and Jonathan never hated David or anything, but because of Saul's actions, and that's something that even the Bible tells us many times, and preachers and everything, that what you do doesn't just affect your life, it could affect other people's life, close family members and all that. And a lot of people try to blame God when bad things happen to him, but truthfully, it can be your fault. It couldn't be your fault. It could be somebody else's, and that's a punishment for them. But like if you, do something, you sin. Sometimes a punishment can be God, hurting somebody else. They might get in a car wreck. They might, pass away. It just all, depends. But so oftentimes, Jonathan, yeah, he was a good kid and stuff, and he didn't hate David or nothing, but because of what Saul did, God took away, killed Jonathan and Saul's other sons and stuff, and then also Saul died as well. "How do you know this?" "I don't know how Jonathan died, but I found the king on the battlefield. He was injured and asked me to kill him. I did, and here are his crown and armband to prove it." It's like, what? "Even if the king asked you to kill him, you had no right to take the life of the man God chose to be the king of Israel. For this crime you will pay with your own life." So the man who lied to get a reward received a different reward than one he deserved. So he thought if he lied about it, look like sorry, excuse me. He thought if he lied about it, and if he lied about it and act like he looked like this hero and things like that, then David was going to reward him greatly and all that. Instead, David killed him because of, him, killing God's chosen king. Even though Saul had treated him unfairly, David mourns the death of his king and his best friend. In his grief, David writes a lament and a mournful song praising Saul and Jonathan. He teaches it to all the followers, and they sing it together. It is called the Song of Bow. "The glory of Israel lies in slain in the hills. Do not spread this evil news. The bow of Jonathan did not turn back. Saul and Jonathan loved in their life together in death. How the mighty have fallen. Do not give our enemies a reason to rejoice. The sword of Saul did not retreat. They were faster than eagles and stronger than lions. I grieve because Jonathan and my brother is dead. How the mighty have fallen. We weep because Saul, our father, is dead. Israel heroes lying in the slain and hills. So even though, Saul tried to kill David, and you know, Saul tried to kill David many times. One, Jonathan was like a brother to him, and so mourning him because he was a great friend and he helped him out. Uh, helped him from Saul killing him. But Saul, Saul had, Saul was God's chosen king. What he chose to do in his later life and things like that were, horrible things, and he did pay for them. But David had a good heart, man. He had a heart of gold, and and he will make mistakes, as we will see, but he had great honor and respect, and he shows it here. All right. Eventually, David thinks of his own future. Now that Saul is dead, David knows that he can return from exile before he makes any plans, he prays to God. Lord, shall I return to my own people in Judah? God tells David to go home, and when he does, the people of Judah welcome their hero and make him king of their tribe. God bless King David. Long live the king. For the first act as king, David commends the men of Jabesh Gilead, who had snuck past the Philistines to make sure that Saul and Jonathan received an honorable burial. He promises that he and God will show them favor for their bravery. So even there, he shows respect. They snuck past the Philistines and all that to bury Jonathan and Saul properly, and he shows his gratitude for that, and as God will do the same for him. So now that Saul's dead, David is going in, and now he's becoming the new king. And he's got a long road ahead of him still. But now he's becoming a man. He's become more wiser. He's experienced things. He's got great leadership. So we'll see what happens next, and let's catch you guys next week or possibly later this week. And as always, take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.